The jury room is loud on a Friday night. It sits right across the street from the county courthouse, serving as the unofficial break room for every exhausted badge in the city. The air hangs heavy with unfiltered Pall Malls and the smell of fried food. Detectives loosen their ties, sliding onto cracked red vinyl stools. They talk about the game. They complain about the district attorney. They trade theories on the open files sitting in the trunks of their sedans outside. The bartender wipes down the sticky mahogany, stacking damp coasters under sweating glasses of Coors. Welcome back to Ghost of the Grid. The cases the headlines missed. Sit back, get comfortable. This is the story of a predator hiding in the safest place imaginable, and it's not what most people would think. Santa Cruz, California, 1972. It is a postcard of the era. Redwood forests meeting the Pacific Ocean, surfboards strapped to the roofs of Volkswagen Beetles. The University of California has just opened its campus up on the hill, flooding the quiet coastal town with thousands of students. Gas is 36 cents a gallon. For a college student, a car is a luxury. Hitchhiking isn't just common, it is public transit. Young men and women line Highway 1 every afternoon, thumbs out, cardboard signs pointing toward campus or the boardwalk. Drivers pull over, clear a space on the passenger seat and drop them off a few miles down the road. It is a high-trust society. People look out for each other. Then, on May 7th, 18-year-olds Mary Ann Pesci and Anita Lucchesa pack their bags for a Stanford basketball game. They walk down to Route 9, stick out their thumbs, and, well, they never make it home. At first, the missing posters pinned to university corkboards barely draw a second glance. It is the 70s. Kids run off to San Francisco all the time. Police log them as runaways. Summer arrives. The heat bakes the coastal highways. In mid-August, a hiker walking a trail in the Santa Cruz Mountains notices an unusual shape down in a steep ravine. The runaway theory vanishes. September 14th, 15-year-old Aiko Ku leaves her house to go to a dance class. She stands on the shoulder of a busy road. Cars pass. One stops. She is never seen alive again. The mood in the city fractures. Students, stop walking alone at night. Hardware stores sell out of deadbolts. January 8, 1973. 19-year-old Cindy Shaw leaves her apartment to catch a ride to campus. Days later, investigators are called to a cliffside. The press gives the phantom a name, the co-ed killer. Santa Cruz is paralyzed. The police department is working around the clock. Overtime is mandatory. Task forces are assembled. Officers are running license plates, questioning hundreds of registered offenders, and pulling over suspicious vans. Patrol cars cruise the Pacific Coast Highway, using bullhorns to order students off the shoulders. The district attorney is giving daily press conferences, promising the community that every available resource is hunting the man responsible. April 1973. The violence accelerates. A local university employee, Clarnell Strandberg, and her friend Sarah Hallett are found deceased in a residential home. The town is, suffocating under the weight of the investigation. The police are chasing shadows. They have no fingerprints, no witnesses, no license plate numbers. The perpetrator is a ghost. Remember the bartender wiping down the sticky mahogany? The crowded red vinyl booths at the jury room? Here is what it really was. Let's look closer at that corner booth. The detectives are exhausted, running on black coffee and cheap beer, venting about the co-ed killer case. They are talking about patrol routes. They are discussing which roads the suspect must be using to bypass their roadblocks. Sitting right there with them, nodding along, buying the next round of Coors, is a 24-year-old man named Ed Kemper. What do you think about it? Drop a comment below. Ghost of the Grid runs on what you spot. Ed Kemper is 6'9", nearly 300 pounds. He works for the Department of Public Works. He has a police scanner in his Ford Galaxy. He makes small talk with the officers every week. They call him Big Ed. They like him. They trust him. Ed isn't just listening to their theories. He is the man they are looking for. When the detectives complain about their shift changes, Ed learns exactly when the rural highways are unpatrolled. When they discuss their profile of the killer, Ed realizes they are looking for a scruffy, transient drifter, not a clean-cut guy with a state job and a parking sticker on his bumper. He uses his massive frame to intimidate his victims only after they are locked inside his car. The police never run his background. If they had, they would have found a sealed juvenile record. At age 15, Ed shot and killed his own grandparents. He spent 5 years in a state hospital for the criminally insane before psychiatrists convinced a parole board he was perfectly rehabilitated. He moved back to Santa Cruz to live with his mother. Her name was Clarnell Strandberg. The local woman found deceased in April 1973 wasn't just a random escalation, she was Ed's mother, the woman he had lived with the entire time he was hunting college students. Give it a like and tell the algorithm this story deserves to be heard by more people. After leaving his mother's house, Ed gets in his car and drives east. He crosses into Nevada, then Utah, then Colorado. He listens to his radio, just waiting for the breaking news bulletin. He waits for the massive tri-state manhunt, but nothing happens. He drives for hundreds of miles, terrified at first, then simply confused. The Santa Cruz police still have no idea. In Pueblo, Colorado, Ed pulls into a gas station. He drops coins into a public payphone. He calls the Santa Cruz Police Department. He asks for one of the detectives he drinks with at the jury room. He confesses to everything. The officer on the other end of the line sighs. He tells Big Ed to stop joking around and hang up. Ed has to call back and beg them to send the local authorities to arrest him. The most dangerous threats rarely lurk in the dark alleys. Sometimes they are sitting on the stool next to you, laughing at your jokes and buying you a drink at the end of a long shift. Please leave a subscribe. The next ghost is already waiting.
I use AI tools to make these videos, but behind every case is hours of manual work. If this stayed with you, leave a like and subscribe please. If you want to support the channel directly, Patreon link is in the description. See you!